Hello and welcome to a special extended edition of Cruise1st TV, where we turn our attentions to one particular cruise line and tell you more. And this time we are spending an hour voyaging with Cunard, the cruise line that boasts the last true ocean liner with a heritage that goes back the best part of 200 years. With a fleet of only 4 glamorous queens, she's the talk of the cruising world.
Discover the enduring charm of ocean travel with Cunard Line, where timeless elegance, attentive service and a sense of occasion transform every journey into a true voyage. From the moment you step aboard, you're welcomed into a world steeped in tradition and refinement. Cunard's legendary ships are more than just a way to travel. They are grand ocean liners designed for those who appreciate the finer things and the unhurried pleasure of voyaging in style. Dine in elegant venues where white glove service and fine china set the tone for exquisite cuisine. Take part in afternoon tea accompanied by live music. Attend insightful lectures from guest speakers. Or dress for a gala evening in the Queen's Room and dance the night away beneath shimmering chandeliers. Your voyage can be as enriching or as relaxing as you wish, with quiet corners for reading, expansive decks for sea gazing, and carefully curated itineraries that take you to iconic ports across the globe. With Cunard, luxury is found not just in the surroundings, but in the rhythm of the experience, measured, graceful, and never rushed. This is voyaging as it was always meant to be, distinguished, enriching, and unforgettable.
As I hope will be the next 60 minutes sailing with the Cunard Queens. And here to share the Cunard story and give us a real insight into the offering with them is Savannah Fryer. Welcome back, Savannah.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I knew you'd be back very, very soon, because there's always so much to say, isn't there, when it comes to Cunard. And people are learning all the time, aren't they? The product has evolved as well over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I think it always used to be maybe seen as a little bit like the high society suits everyone, and actually the reality of the story on board is a lot more carefree and relaxed, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we used to say prim and proper, whereas now it's just more casual. Wear your robes if you want to, you know, when you go into the spa, or, you know, walking around and you go into the sun deck. So yeah, a lot more casual and easygoing. So
but it's those individual touches, isn't it, of glamour and charm and a nod to that heritage, isn't there? I mean, because it is a long heritage and it's a prized heritage. It's something Cunard are very proud of, right?
yes, yeah, 185 years. And what I really love is they've evolved in all those years, obviously, to keep going, but they've still maintained them luxury touches, like you said. So, you know, the bellhops on arrival, it's just so timeless, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's that signature experience, and even the chocolates on your pillow in the room at a Charbonnel Walkers, and the Prosecco when you go in, and it's just that greeting and luxury that you've stepped into a time gone, and everybody loves that now. I think everybody wants that classic experience.
And it is a real genuine experience as well, as it's not just for show. It is a very quality cruise, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, very luxury. You feel just very special when you walk in. Like the gala nights, like we've kind of got rid of that gala or formal wedding, and we call them fabulous evenings and celebration. And I like the way the marketing team have done that, because it brings to life that people can dress up to the nines if they want to, but the ship comes to life and it makes you feel like you're in a movie set, and I don't know anywhere else that does that. But these days you just don't dress up when you go out, do you? So
No.
it's nice to. So,
No, kind of, we've gone so casual, haven't we, after you know, not being able to travel for so long. It's like we've forgotten how to do it, and actually we're quite comfortable with that, actually, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah. And I think when I hear, we do like surveys all the time, and the latest survey we did was on Queen Anne, so she's our latest ship, so she's the new sister. She had like a range of ages really, but the average age was 35, which was our aim. But between the ages of 20 to 40, they were the ones that dressed up most, because they had an occasion to do it, whereas the 45 plus didn't as much, because they've done it all that time, but they've got that choice. nice. So it's interesting to see that younger market want to, and they've got the occasion to do it. So.
But you've also got a lot more families travelling together now, haven't you, of like different generations, and actually it is quite nice to kind of capture that with everyone dressed up and get the photo, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That multi-generational kind of element is what we wanted to aim for. And I've just come back of Queen Anne, and I just couldn't believe how many children, but a variation of children was on there, but also with grandparents and their parents. There was 2 weddings on board, and one of them was 26 and one of them was 36. So that was nice to see with their family and group of girls, and it's just so broad range, and they all can do their own thing when they want to. So I just love that, the easygoing, carefree, but there's still so much to do on board.
Well, I tell you what, we really are going to open your eyes in the next 60 minutes, because we have quite the celebration fest in this show, from a special fashion extravaganza celebration on the Queen Mary 2 with one of Hollywood's most desired designers on board, to the magic of celebrating the flashing lights and ringing bells as we head to the Christmas markets of Rotterdam, Bruges and Hamburg in December on Queen Anne. We'll also be heading further afield for an Alaskan voyage in May, and we've got a real treat on board Queen Mary 2 as well, travelling a significant part of her world cruise next year from Sydney in Australia back home to Southampton. First, how about enjoying the 3 Cs? Christmas in the Canaries with Cunard. Oh, and there's New Year in Lisbon too. Sounds a nice combination, doesn't it? And it's a no-fly festive fortnight of cruising as we head down to Southampton to meet her, Queen Anne, the newest of the 4 queens. And you've just been on board, Savannah, so you can tell us exactly what to expect on board.
Yeah, she's still timeless like our other ships, but she's so spacious, which is really clever with Cunard. So they make the ships bigger, but they fit less people in. And why we do that is for a 3-to-1 ratio for space, and then a 2-to-1 for crew. She's very modern. The marketing word that we like to use is bougie. She is very bougie, but she's still timeless and maintains that, and she's easy to navigate. But she's just got everything on her. And I was in the pool one day, and there was kids on board because it is July, it's the school holidays, but we always managed to get in the pool. We were watching movies around the pool. It was just really nice, and getting served in the jacuzzi, you know, it was just so timeless. And the gala evenings really come tonight. They're just absolutely fabulous on Queen Anne.
For those people who are familiar with Cunard but haven't yet sailed Queen Anne, what are they going to notice that's different?
I would say we maintain what other cruise lines have took away. So them little touches that are in your stateroom. So it could be the chocolates, it could be breakfast in bed, it could be the wine and Prosecco when arrival, and then like a bellhop is always there to greet you. A lot of cruise companies I've noticed have got rid of the formal nights. We call them like gala evenings or fabulous evenings of celebration, but we do it differently. So we have a theme for every night, but it's not every night. It's, on average, you'll have 2 on a 7 night. It's whether you want to get involved or not, but we do find a lot of people do. But we might have a red and gold, we might have a black and white. If you're in Alaska, we have ice white balls. So it depends on the destination you're in.
Lovely. That sounds fantastic. And of course, it's going to have a bit of a festive twist on this one because we're away over Christmas and New Year. So let's walk through the itinerary first. So our first couple of days is at sea, and then we're in Cadiz, which is the port for Seville. And here we are on Christmas Eve. Oh, it's going to have that lovely glow about it. There'll be the lovely Christmas markets and just that lovely festive feel. But we're not at home. Wonderful. We'll have Christmas Day at sea, and then we are off to Funchal in Madeira. Oh, the little garden islands and wonderful waterfalls and walks that you can take here. You can also go dolphin and whale watching here as well. What a Christmas treat this is. Then we're off to the Canary Islands. We're going to start with Lanzarote, and you can go to the lovely Cesar Manrique Foundation visit here as discover the home of one of the iconic architects and artists here on the island. Really interesting. Gran Canaria is next in the Canaries, of course, and you can go to the Bandama volcanic crater here, which has lovely views over the islands, or of course you can head down to Maspalomas. and go and enjoy those lovely dunes there in the sunshine. Oh, that's what we love the Canaries for, even at this time of the year. Think about it, everybody else is at home freezing cold, and here you are voyaging around the Canaries, Fuerteventura. We don't see it on many itineraries actually with cruise lines. It's a lovely, lovely island. Again, mountains, beaches, lots to see. Day at sea, and we arrive into Lisbon on New Year's Eve, and we're staying over New Year's Eve into New Year's Day as well, so we can enjoy all of the fireworks celebrations that happen in the city over the Tagus River, which is wonderful. You get a good vantage point from where you port actually, so you can stay on board or you can go and enjoy it with the crowds in the city if you fancy it. And then you have a couple of days at sea, and then we come back into Southampton. This is lovely. Do you know that picture on the right hand side right now with the baubles in the background and the baby sham glasses? It's coming up for all of us soon, you know. It won't be long before it's already in the shops. It won't be long, though, before we're putting the tree up. And this could be your escape. This could be your absolute sunny escape from all of that. It's a treat and a half. And it might never have occurred to you before, actually, enjoying Christmas and New Year away on a Cunard voyage, enjoying all of the festive fun on board, because there's plenty of that, and seeing in the new year in Lisbon with the fireworks and the festival that happens there. Let me give you the price tag for this entire package, because if you think about all that we spend over Christmas on stuff, just things, and then you think, oh, actually, I could be away all over Christmas, all over New Year, could have everything taken care of. I don't need to wash a dish, cook a turkey, any of that kind of stuff. It's amazing. Remember, this is this Christmas we're talking about, and it's all yours by calling and booking with us today. If you've got any questions whatsoever, and I've got one question straight away, actually, for Savannah, very, very quickly. What happens in terms of Christmas festivities on board? What can I expect?
We get it ready early, the ship, so everything,
Okay.
all trees. I think we had about 25 trees on Victoria last time.
Really?
So in your room we do little trees, we get the Christmas menus ready, the cocktails are to die for, very eggnog and, you know, different kind of red inspired, just absolutely comes to life, such an ambience on the
And
ship.
are we talking about traditional Christmas dishes on menus as well?
We can do, or we can create bespoke ones out our speciality restaurants we now have.
Okay.
So we can do an Asian inspired like Christmas.
Oh, nice.
We do obviously a steak like one, and then a med one. Depending on the destination that you're in, we'll use the local pod juice from there and we'll create something.
So there's plenty of Christmas on board.
Yes,
plenty of festive cheer.
Christmas, yes.
Right, I'm loving that. Hear that? Sounds good. All the festivities, but you are doing it in the sunshine as well, which is wonderful. You can book this today with a deposit as well. And remember, it is this Christmas. Here's all the details you need. It's amazing. Honestly, it's so, so good. If you're thinking, oh, do you know what? I don't think I can face Christmas at home. I need something different. Maybe the kids have flown a nest. Maybe you take the kids with you. You know, remember, it's that time of the year where it's, you know, school holidays, it fits, so you can take everyone with you, take the whole gang. It's brilliant. Now, there is also a similar 12-night itinerary on board Queen Victoria, which leaves on the 16th of December. Roughly the same itinerary, in fact, actually. It goes through to the 28th. So if you want details of that, again, call the team. But I think that's a great price tag. One, for the wonder of Cunard. Two, to enjoy Christmas and New Year somewhere else, somewhere brighter, somewhere sunnier. I mean, you know, actually that's got to be a good thing, hasn't it, Savannah?
Yes, it is. I mean, just sat on your deck or sat on the balcony and enjoying the sun on Christmas Day. What
Yeah.
more can you ask for, really?
And all of the essence of Christmas, it will feel quite bizarre, won't it? Because
It
you'll
does.
be up on top deck, you'll be down in the Canaries or somewhere sunny,
Yes.
and you'll be singing Christmas carols,
Yes.
and Christmas songs.
I've done it before and I couldn't get my head around that there was a palm tree decorated with baubles on Christmas Day, and I was just like, right, okay, but it was really good.
But it's
Yeah.
lovely, isn't it? And I think this year, I think a lot of people are throwing caution to the wind when it comes to their holidays. They're making last-minute snap decisions, aren't they?
Yes.
And they're kind of saying, well, you know what? One, this year has gone so quickly.
Yeah.
We sort of had a summer that was then snatched away from us.
Yeah.
So, right, okay, so we need a break. And we know that there's going to be a long drag through winter that's knocking on our door right now.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point you made. I think all the money you spend at Christmas,
Yeah.
whereas you could get such good value and you're taken care of. You can have breakfast in bed, then go for your Christmas dinner, and nobody's, you know, you don't have to cook or wash a pot, so you can spend time in the pool.
Sounds
so.
amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. Should we do some more? Shall we do some more sailing? Actually, let's talk about the run-up to Christmas right now, because we're off to the Christmas markets. Now, these are just always golden, and this is a real good opportunity. Lots of people at this time of the year actually get a gang of friends together, or the family, or both, actually, in this case, actually, and go and do the Christmas market somewhere just before Santa arrives, so you can do some Christmas shopping. How about a week on board Queen Anne, leaving on the 14th of December, to and from Southampton, so you can just meet everybody down at the ship, and you can bring back all the presents you want to on your trip as well. This ticks a box for a lot of people, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I've done it twice. I did it once with Queen Victoria and then last year with Queen Anne. We get festive ready very early, so that's in November, so you can guarantee when you get on board it'll be very festive. But also when you're in the likes of Amsterdam, like we were, we saw Santa Claus come down on a canal, and
oh, wow.
It was very festive and just beautiful. But the fact that you can just get off and you're straight into port in many of the places that we visit is always a benefit as well with the size of our ships.
I think so, and I think this will be such a good atmosphere because everyone is ready for Christmas.
Yes.
It's a lovely. It feels really naughty to do a holiday halfway through December, doesn't it?
Yes,
it's like, oh, this is good. This is good. But actually, a lot of people do like that little break, and of course, it's with less and less sort of offerings out there on the high street for us, going to Christmas markets abroad means that you can bring back something different and not what everybody is buying people for Christmas.
That's right. So we did like the collectible baubles and brought little things back. I really like the touches they do on board, like they do hot chocolates, but they put all the things on the side. So it's like an Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, cool.
So you create, like you put the cream on there, the chantilly cream, and you've got your little crumb biscuits and the marshmallows. So there's just so much going on, but they're related to the destination that you're in. And then we did silent disco on the night with Santa hats.
So actually, quite apart from the Christmas markets thing, which is a massive bonus on this cruise, because let's face it, this cruise is not about the weather, it's about what you're doing, isn't it?
Yes.
So this would be perfect if you've never taken a Cunard before, never taken a cruise before. You could jump into this, couldn't you? Easy.
Easily, yeah. We do see a lot of newcomers come to these ones.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. Well, wait until the price you're about to see, actually. I don't even know if you know about this, Savannah, but we'll find out in just a second. Let's talk about where we're going first. Talk about the fun stuff. So out of Southampton and off to Zeebrugge first, which is the port for Bruges in Belgium. They've got the winter glow and the Christmas markets there in the marked square. I've looked it all up. You can buy the little wooden, you can go through all the chalets, buy the Belgian chocolate, the mulled wine, all those bits and pieces. There's an ice rink as well that you can enjoy while you're there, which is wonderful. And you're there for 2 days, which is great. Then we go to Rotterdam in Holland. Now, from Rotterdam, you were just mentioning Amsterdam. You can get the train up to Amsterdam, not a problem whatsoever. There'll be tours going there as well. But Rotterdam itself is full of wonderful little markets that you can enjoy, and the stroop waffles, which I love. Day at sea, then we are in Hamburg in Germany. Now, you'll find over 30 Christmas markets in Hamburg. It's kind of like the place to be. The Rathaus Market, which is really lovely in a historical setting, lots of artisan gifts, the Glühwein, of course, and the Wurst and this, that and the other. You can enjoy all of that while you're there. And then you'll have another gorgeous day at sea, just to remember that you're on holiday and you're on this gorgeous ship and you can really take it all in and enjoy everything there is before coming back into Southampton. This sounds so much fun. It really does. Nice little breakaway just before Christmas. Wrapped up, enjoying the treats of the Christmas markets in Belgium, Holland and Germany. And the price tag we have for you, honestly, is not a Cunard price tag. It is not, I'm just telling you now, this is not a Cunard price tag we are used to seeing at all. That is amazing. So if you've been looking around at a little breakaway with pals or friends or family or whatever, you've been looking at, maybe you book a holiday cottage down in Cornwall or a Lates cottage or whatever, when you think of all the money you spend, and now you look at this and you think, change of plans everyone, we're going on a cruise. And we're not going on any cruise either, we're going on a Cunard voyage as well. This is ridiculous. Places are very, very limited, so make sure you book as soon as you can, like today. Remember, it's no fly, it's in and out of Southampton, so it's really, really easy. Just call round everyone, get it booked, and then just say, Southampton, 14th of December, you won't miss the ship at all. Your deposit today on this one is just £99 each, so it needs arranging today. I never nag, but this needs arranging today. And we also have a special offer on this sailing as well. Sorry, Savannah. We have an ocean view to balcony upgrade as well, so let's go and check out the price of that, because that would be rather nice. So for an extra $199, and you just would, wouldn't you? Just as an extra little treat to yourself, you would. For $199, that's the ocean view price, but we upgrade you to balcony, which means just a little bit more of everything, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Really?
I love sitting on with my fluffy robe in my balcony, having them hot chocolates. That's my...
Got to be done, hasn't it?
Yes, it's got to be done as you come into the ports. It's beautiful.
I know, you are our wonderful account manager for Cunard. I don't even want to ask how we've got that price tag. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we'll just enjoy it. We'll gloss over it. In fact, we'll show you it all again, actually, shall we? I think that's what we'll do, is we'll go right back to the beginning. We'll go right back to the 14th of December and we'll show you the ship. It's Queen Anne, because actually, I'm sorry, we're going to show you this all over again, because you need to know how good this is. A 7-night Christmas markets voyage, should I say, with Cunard on the latest Queen at £619 per person, and a £99 per person deposit today, which is ridiculous. And it's going to be, again, I mean, such a good time. Night times, talk me through night times. What do we do? What happens?
If there's celebration nights, do what you want, really. You can go in the main restaurant and have a lovely meal, book a speciality dining. I've had room service in bed, watched my big fat Greek wedding,
Nice.
had a lovely steak in bed, which was beautiful. You can go do the quizzes or the shows. I really like the venue which is coming up right now, which is Bright Light Society. So it's just a very intimate speakeasy, we kind of call it, venue where they do different entertainment, but it's immersive theatre.
Nice.
And you get a cocktail included with that. You can book in when you go. You don't have to pre-book. You can go and pre-book.
Yeah.
We do a show called Noir in there, which is a bit like a murder mystery. And you can interact, so they come round and ask if you want to be part of it. And if you do, they'll select you. And then someone dies, and not literally, because that would be bad. And then they say murder on the dance floor and they start singing. So it's very interactive and immersive.
Oh, cool.
So there's different shows, there's different types. Some people sit under the stars in the pavilion, which is a beautiful venue, and they watch Paddington, or they watch movies that are out. I watched Little Mermaid under there. The silent discos are on. So there's just so much going on. You can do what you want when you want.
Yeah.
But I do like the different venues. There's the pavilion on Queen Anne.
Looks lovely, doesn't it?
There's just so much to do, but every place of the ship always has something going on, so you can really choose.
And of course, this is all about the places that you're going to as well. Having an overnight in the Port for Bruges, which is, again, so lovely. So you can go late evening, to the markets and whatever, and enjoy the city by night as well. And Rotterdam is wonderful for cruises, isn't it? Because you port right in the city. You literally can throw a stone from the ship into the city, can't you? It's there. Don't throw stones. Go and enjoy the Christmas markets instead. It's much more fun. It's wonderful. And then from Rotterdam, we go to Hamburg. I mean, over 30 different markets, Christmas markets there. It's the place to be. And you've got a nice full day there as well, I think, which is really good.
We do, yes, yeah.
It's good to go and explore, isn't it? Even just buy different Christmas cards for people, and, quirky Christmas fun things for people. I think this is such a win-win, don't you? Because you're getting a really nice little holiday out of it. You're getting a wonderful atmosphere with so many inclusions while you are on board, all of that wonderful service and this new ship. If maybe you're new to Cunard, maybe you're new to cruising. Actually, I'd never really thought about a Cunard being your very, very first cruise. But you know what? If you're going to do it in style, and do it at a price tag that realistically we shouldn't be seeing. 619 for a cruise like this is craziness. It really is. So jump on it right now. It's £99 each deposit. I don't know how we've done this, but the places are going to be limited, by the way. But actually, even if you don't get the 619, the next best is not at all worse, because the next price is an ocean view upgrade for an extra $199, but actually we upgrade you from that for free to a balcony. So it is win all the way round on this one. It is so good. So jump on that as quickly as you possibly can. Right, we're going to do something completely and utterly different now. We're going to talk about world cruising, Savannah, as well, because world cruising is something that Dreams are made of, right?
Yes, definitely. And it would be nice to retire and just do one, wouldn't it?
Oh,
No, retire early and do it.
completely and utterly. And both Queen Mary II and Queen Anne
Yes.
are, funnily enough, leaving Southampton on the same day for the World Cruise, aren't they? Next year. The 11th of January is the date, if you're interested, by the way. If you want to know the price for the whole World Cruise, talk to the team, but also it's available in smaller sectors. In fact, we're doing one of them later, aren't we?
Yes.
Coming back from Southampton, from Sydney back to Southampton. But world cruising, I mean, if you're going to do it with Cunard, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've always been the ones for world cruising. We're the ones that kind of started it. And what's interesting with Queen Mary, because she's the only ocean liner left, she can do a lot of the seas a lot quicker, so that's why she's less duration than Queen Anne. So we could do the same route, but she could get places quicker and into places better. So yeah,
and it is, there's still that magic. Even for me, I've been talking about cruises for the last 15 years or so. There's still a magic about just saying Queen Mary II. There's still that tingle, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Because she's so iconic, isn't she?
Yeah, she's so special. And every time you go on her, I always say she's the sister with cosmetic surgery because she just looks brand new. And we've just hosted quite a big, large amount of agents on board. And they all came on and said, has she had a refit? Because they couldn't believe how fresh and modern she looks. But she's still timeless and she maintains that. The grand lobby when you walk in and the space, and she's just beautiful and so seamless.
And it's so lovely to live it, isn't it? I mean, so often we will go and stay at a nice hotel.
Yeah.
And appreciate it, but for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
To live it is completely different, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And there's so many different experiences with Queen Mary II that you can see that really hones in past 2 hour time. So there's all the past archives as you're walking around about who came on, like Walt Disney came on, and who we've had on, like Ed Sheeran, and it's stories about them. So it's really dead interesting. You can be really nosy with it.
Oh, honestly, the more you find out, the more fascinated you are by the story.
Yeah.
Should we do some more holidays? Let's do some more holidays. If you fancy a bit of that world cruising action, as I say, stay tuned, because later we'll be taking you on a half-world voyage from Australia back to Southampton on Queen Mary II, voyaging around Australia, Southeast Asia, South Africa and more back to the UK. And that will be at the end of February. Back to the here and now, though. And next, we're taking that iconic crossing transatlantic with Cunard for a very special sailing departing this October. And the transatlantic crossings, Savannah, are very, very special, aren't they? They are magical and so treasured.
Yes, they are. And the fact that we can do them all year round, I know there's other cruise lines that do them, but we can do them all year round because we've got the world's only ocean liner, so she can adapt to different seas, different climates, means that we can really take advantage of that. So anyone can do it any time of year. And
it is great. And it is kind of that, there's something about the magic of Southampton to New York, New York to Southampton, both.
Yes.
I mean, we have holidays that encompass both, where we'll sail you out on one sailing to New York, do something else while you're in America, maybe take another cruise in another direction, and then sail back with Queen Mary II. And it's a long-lasting magic as well, isn't it? People, once they've experienced it once, they will come back and do it again and again and again. That's very true, yeah. They always say it's like that bucket list and that they'll just have to do it once, but then they always come back and do it again. And it is the magic of it. I think I prefer the route going out to New York, just because when you arrive, they make a big grand entrance. They always say we're going to hit the bridge, and we're not. We wake everyone up, and it's kind of theatrical. And then we hand out hot chocolates and apple-flavoured popcorn as you come in to see the Statue of Liberty, which is very close to you as well. So that's the advantage. We can get so close to everywhere and right into New York. So. And on one of these voyages, the enrichment is, I mean, truly rich, isn't it? It's not just, okay, well, there's a game of Scrabble over there and a jigsaw. It's like there's so much going on, isn't there? There is, yes. So we tend to fill the days with what we call insight speakers or an event voyage. So obviously we've got Transatlantic Fashion Week, we've got Literature Festival at Sea, we've got so many going on. And why we do that is to kind of fill your days so it's not a classic 7 nights so you don't get bored and play Scrabble. So there's so much going on around the ship that the feedback that we've had is really positive, and they all say, actually, we didn't get to do that and that and that, but we got to do all this. So they want to do it again to experience different parts of the ship.
So yeah, very much more to do.
Yeah, it's amazing. And this particular sailing that we are doing is one of those special event voyages as well, with a real fashion focus, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And of course, that arrival into New York, that's a big pinch me moment, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I heard like a quote from our marketing team where they said, why travel to New York in 7 hours when you can do it in 7 days?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think actually our mindset now is much more about, right, okay, what can I get out of the experience? Let's really enjoy it. If we're going to do it, let's really, really do it. And as I said, we are taking to the catwalk, darlings, now as Cunard host a very special Fashion Week transatlantic voyage with one of Hollywood's hottest designers. Your 10-night trip starts on the 28th of October, and we are flying you first over to New York for a 3-night stay in the amazing city. And we are joining just in perfect time for the very end of the Oktoberfest celebrations in Lorelei Beer Garden, which you might want to enjoy there as well. Of course, you're in autumn, so the colours of the trees and the landscape, I mean, just absolutely beautiful. You might want to take a lovely autumn cruise on the Hudson River from Chelsea and go through and past the George Washington Bridge there. There's a stage show on in Broadway while you're there. Hell's Kitchen the musical, who knew? And there's also a Stranger Things The First Shadow, which is a prequel to the Netflix show. If you love that, which I do, can't wait for series 4, I think it is, to come out later this year. Or you can go and see Mamma Mia on Broadway as well. They're all on while you are there, which is superb. Then we have our very, very special Transatlantic Fashion Week event voyage. Now, this is very fashion focused, this.
It is.
Talk me through what we've got to expect.
So the collaboration with Christian Siana is a great collaboration because he's worked with so many renowned names. So the fact that you get to meet him and experience a catwalk that would be in New York Fashion Weeks and Paris and be on a voyage that's got such good value, and experience a catwalk, but then also get to meet him. He's doing talks around, he's doing dress samples, the artists he's worked with.
Well, and just to fill in for a second, just for those of you who haven't necessarily heard of him, because I hadn't before either, he's worked with Vivienne Westwood and Alexander McQueen in the past. His designs have been worn by people like Michelle Obama, Angelina Jolie and Lady Gaga.
Yes.
So actually here's someone that you really want to hear from,
Yes.
and there will be, like you say, catwalk events on board. But there's also going to be workshops in fashion styles, because it's not just Christian that's on board. There are journalists, there are photographers, there are models who will be part of this,
big
this whole big
influencers,
event all the way through. So this is going to be very, 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 very special, very memorable as well, because it's unique to those passengers. And remember, when we're on board, we're not sailing with a lot of people, are we?
No, that's it. And I think as well, having that kind of exposure to different things that you can watch and might get right into is very interesting. What I really like is he's worked with like Sarah Jessica Parker for Sex and the City and Just Like That.
Oh, okay.
So he's doing something around that, because that obviously comes through New York. So if you were into Sex and the City, you could do the tour in New York, then come and meet him and talk about the dresses he's designed for Sarah Jessica Parker. But yeah, we don't have a big capacity on board. It's just over 2,600. The ship's quite big, so you'll feel like in these workshops it's quite intimate. You'll get to know them one-on-one. He's going to sit in the pub. A lot of our influencers and insight speakers we work with do come and sit with you in the pub. I sat with Heather Small not long ago, and she just talked about her life.
Oh, wow.
And the good thing is as well, we've got like, we house in Queen Anne, and we're going to do it for Queen Mary stores. We've got like Princess Diana's collections and mimics of the royal family's archives. So we're going to do something similar for the Fashion Week, so you can try things on.
It's always big and iconic things, isn't it? It's never a nod to. It's like the full-on affair, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We when we did the Agent Fam trip recently, we had one of the girls try on the Princess Diana brooch and the necklace. And they were allowed to we were just going around the shops and they were allowed to do it, and we were taking pictures with it, and it was just a unique experience.
These voyages are something very, very special. When Cunard decide to go for it and put on an event, I mean, honestly, this is an event and a half, and of course that's a week long as you sail back from New York back into Southampton to disembark. It is amazing, honestly. I mean, I love the fact that you've got any any trip that we have that includes a city break in New York has my attention straight away. It's a lovely time of year to be there as well. I know friends that have been away at this time of the year and had just the most amazing time. 3-night city break in New York with your flight, of course, and the hotel included. And then this really special fashion-led week-long focused voyage, event voyage with Cunard and Queen Mary 2 coming back to the UK. An amazing price tag we have for you here as well. Now, we've mentioned, I know, other dates available, and that is for other event voyages that happen. In fact, actually, this is, I think, the 5th Fashion Week transatlantic that has happened on board with Cunard. They are very, very popular. They do get booked up very, very quickly. And indeed, when you look at the price of the entire package, you know that you are not paying way over the odds for this being a special event sailing as well, which I love. I think that's really, really good. If you want longer in New York, by the way, before you take the cruise, again, just talk to the team. We can make that happen for you as well. Here's all the details that you need. This is a really, really special opportunity it's kind of like an exclusive peek behind the curtains of the fashion world, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's just,
that's what I like.
There aren't many opportunities to do this kind of thing unless it was an afternoon or an evening, you know, in a gallery or something like that. And watching a fashion show in isolation doesn't really do it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
This is taking you deeper into that, which I love. Even down to taking part in workshops yourself as well.
Yes, and maybe even trying on things.
Learning how to dress better, learning how to walk down a catwalk, those kind of things. I mean, they are things that you only ever get to do once, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. The pictures were amazing from the last time we did them as well. And the catwalks through the big Grand Queen's Room, which is the biggest at sea. And that's just, you know, as everybody's watching or having afternoon tea, and it's just a different experience, really.
And there's a whole range of these event voyages, aren't they? Some of them are classical music ones with orchestras, some of them literary festivals. There's quite a range of them through the year, isn't there?
There is, yeah. I like the look of the Dance the Atlantic one. That's always looks really popular as well, because we get renowned artists on, but we also get well-known names on, like Darcy Bustle, for example. So it's just, you can meet so many different people, and you could just be sat in the pub with them, but you'll learn so much. So yeah, it's something that we've maintained at Cunard, is insight speakers and having performers on daily, but an event voyage will let you see them more and get to experience it. So
amazing. Amazing. Still to come in this show, by the way, your chance to take that half-world cruise on Queen Mary 2 from Australia back to the UK for early next year. First, though, and the Queen Elizabeth is starting a May to September season of 7 to 12 night cruising in Alaska, out of Seattle, and this is a really special part of the world to explore, and even more so when you're voyaging with Cunard as well. How exciting, Savannah, is this?
I know. So Queen Elizabeth does Alaska very well. She just fits in there. She's just the perfect ship for Alaska.
Yeah, it's wonderful because actually, perfect size ship, eye to eye level with the scenery. Yes. All of the immersive tour opportunities, I suppose, as well.
There is as well, yeah. So you could go dog sledding if you want to. I like the lumberjacks. That's quite funny, actually.
Oh, the Alaskan lumberjack show.
Yeah, I love the look of that. And we do like our own little one on board. We do ice sculptures on board. We do ice fight balls, masquerade balls. You can really get immersed in this. The one I'm looking at this year is, it's next year. It's with Wild Bill from Deadliest Catch.
Oh, yeah.
So I love watching Deadliest Catch. I don't know why, because it's about crab fishing. So
yeah,
no idea. But Wild Bill's on there, so he'll talk about the fisheries around Alaska, how we work with them and they source the crab. So everything's local produce, so you get to experience fresh Alaskan produce as well.
And when's that one?
I think that's in August next year.
Okay, well, if you want details of that one, then again, talk to the team. We can make that happen absolutely for you. This one, though, oh, you're going to love it. We're going to fly you out on the 11th of May to Seattle, and we've got a 3-night hotel stay there before you cruise. Seattle's a wonderful, wonderful city as well. Obviously, I'm going myself, not to sometime next year, and so I'm looking into it more and more and more. It's incredible. Chihuly Garden and the glass sculpture there, which is right next to the Space Needle, which is one of the biggest vantage points or the highest vantage points over the city. There's so much there. care. Honestly, I could go on about it for hours, but we're here for the Cunard voyage. We're here for Queen Elizabeth, and we're here for a little bit of Alaska cruising. So yeah, let's enjoy the experience and let's have a little look on board. She's amazing. She's beautiful. Very much a place in our hearts. I think actually as Brits, we really feel like Cunard belongs to us. It's one of us, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And I think that's why Queen Elizabeth for 27 is going to come back after the Alaska season and be in the Med, because I think everybody wants her back. She's that popular, so she's very special to us. I think the way she's built as well is just beautifully designed, very much for long haul and Alaska, because she's the only one that can get 300 metres to the glacier, so she can see the natural wildlife and whale watching, and like you said, eye to eye level. So we're feeling if we bring her back to the Med, we'll be able to do the same with us. So, yeah.
It's so dramatic. I can only imagine right now, because I haven't done it. Have you done Alaska?
No, not
right,
yet,
so
no.
it's on your list, isn't it, for next year? But just, you can see it when you close your eyes. You've got the picture of you being up on top deck.
Yeah.
We've just seen the scenery that you're sailing through.
Yeah.
You've got a glass of wine or a glass of fizz in your hand, or a hot chocolate, or whatever it might be, topped with marshmallows. I can see that, definitely.
Yes.
And just enjoying the magic, because actually a lot of cruises are about, okay, well, I'm going to this big city where I'm going to see this big attraction.
Yeah.
And Alaska is absolutely not that. It's like that. It's like that long 3-day hike that you've been planning for years, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And I think as well it's more scenic, so like you said, so it's like Glacier Bay National Park, and you get to pass all the Tracy Arm Fjord. You know, it's just much more scenic, and enjoy it and do what you want when you get there. So.
And there are so many experiences that you can have, isn't there?
Yeah, when I looked the other day, there was paddle boarding right next to the ship, and I just thought, that's amazing. I would love to do that. So yeah, but yeah, then dog sledding or going to the Glacier Bay National Park. So you've got a real wide choice of what you can do there.
It is magical, and I suppose when somewhere is just so beautiful, it kind of, your holiday kind of shifts to a different gear, doesn't it? Your life shifts to a different gear while you're there, doesn't it, I guess?
It does. I know people that sometimes just get off for a little bit to see that area, but then get back on the ship just to watch it.
Yeah.
Because they just love that passage scenery, and sitting there with a nice Cunard towel and hot chocolate or champagne and experiencing what's going on board. So you've got the beauty of both, really.
It's magic. I mean, I hear from so many people who've come back from an Alaskan experience, and they say, you know what, I can tell you all about it, but you have to go and see it. It's one of those things that I can't really put into words. I can flip you through all the photos on my phone, but still those pictures don't even capture that magic, do they, in the same kind of way? It is amazing. Let's talk you through the voyage that we're going on, because this is just magical, and you know that Cunard have been doing this for a long time. So in terms of their curated tours as well, I mean, take every one that you can. First day at sea, then we're into Ketchikan. This is wonderful. You can stroll through the Creek Street. This is where you can see the Alaskan Lumberjack Show as well in Ketchikan, or the Totem Heritage Centre. Again, so many choices in a day here, which is amazing. Next, we move on to Juneau. You can go dog sledding on the Norris Glacier here. And you fly by helicopter to a glacier camp to actually do that. So even that, I mean, amazing. And meeting the Alaskan Huskies as well, just magical. Then we will be scenic cruising through Tracy Arm Fjord here. And again, I wish this piece of film was about half an hour long. Yeah, I know. It just captures everything beautifully. Yeah. But it just makes you want to be there, doesn't it? So, and you can hear the cracking of the glaciers, in, you just know it's going to be, in terms of atmosphere, incredible. We have a day at sea, and then we have a full day in Victoria in Canada, which is rather nice actually. Going to the Butchart Gardens here. They'll be in full spring bloom here in May. Have a nice afternoon tea in the gardens dining room there, which sounds nice, and again is available on a Cunard excursion. And excursions, again, we talk about excursions all the time. Excursions are something that you can absolutely treat yourself to, or you can kind of make your own way and just have a little wander into the place that you're actually going to. Do you know what I love with this as well? It's just the second cruise of this new Alaska season on the Queen Elizabeth next year. So go and enjoy it. You're going to have the greatest time. See the natural wonders, have some exciting bucket list adventures with your flights, a 3-night stay in Seattle in a hotel, and a full week of Alaska voyaging with Cunard at a price tag I think you'll like. considering that quite often when we are talking about Alaska, it's a very popular part of the world to go to. So quite often we're in at least the high 2,000s to the mid 3,000s per person to go to this part of the world because the demand worldwide is so high. Here we are, I know. Deposits today, you can book this today for £199 each deposit. It is ridiculous. If you like voyaging in style, this is just the ticket. Here's everything that's included. It's amazing. And the Alaska season with Queen Elizabeth runs from May through to September next year, by the way. So if you want other dates, other prices, two ways of doing it. You can go to the website, you can search by cruise line and cruise ship. You can do that if you want to. If it's easier, just call our team and just give us an idea roughly when you want to go, and we'll talk to you about the prices. We'll find you the best deals. It's as simple as that. 0800 953 4700. Honestly, it is magical. At any time of the year, again, it's about the beauty. Again, it's about the scenery. And I would love to talk about it more, but we've got a big cruise coming up. We are going to get straight to the biggest headline in this show now. Queen Mary 2's World Cruise for 2026, and your opportunity to cruise back on half of the cruise from Australia back home to Southampton. We'll fly you first on the 28th of February out to Sydney in Australia, and we've got a 3-night hotel stay there waiting for you. Yeah, what would you like to do in Sydney, Savannah?
Oh, I think I'd just do everything. I'd go to the Opera House, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you would just want to do as much as you possibly could.
Yep,
just being
shopping.
in Australia.
Yes, yeah.
Just to say I'm here.
Yeah.
I think I would be making thousands of Instagram videos.
Yes.
I would just be like, hey world, here I am. I just want to do everything. There is just a magical part of the world to be in it. We talk about it a lot here on the channel. There are so many ideas. I've got one little idea. At Taronga Zoo, which we just saw, you can do a roar and snore night where you stay in a safari tent overlooking the harbour, meet the animals and do a night safari and more, which sounds really, really exciting. And yeah, there are ghost tours in Sydney as well. There are in most cities these days, aren't there? But different ideas at least, isn't it? And then here's your home for the next 57 fabulous nights. It's Queen Mary 2.
Yes.
Now, rarely does Queen Mary 2 veer off her transatlantic schedule, of course.
Yeah.
So to do World Cruise, amazing.
Yeah, she's geared for that, so we need to use her for the world.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think a lot of people are either swayed toward Queen Mary 2 or Queen Anne, so you've got the best of both really for the world voyages. So you can either do Queen Anne or you can do the classic Queen Mary 2, and she is stunning, and she's always kept on top of, and she has all of her original crew, and it's just very bespoke, and yeah.
That's the thing as well, actually, isn't it? When a crew on board a ship is having a good time and working well together, that kind of radiates to you, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, because they come out dancing on the night with you, so they could be doing their shift in the day, doing what they need to do, and then they're just so personal and friendly, and I love that they always remember the cocktail you've had the night before, or remember you by your name, or if you like your pillows a certain way, and you don't have to be in any certain room to get that. Everybody gets that, and it's that bespoke kind of service. It feels like a butler service, really. They're just there for you, but they're just so friendly and chatty, and they know the ship inside out, which really radiates.
And I still think, I mean, we've talked about this before, but I still think some people maybe think that the Cunard experience is a little bit beyond them. Yeah. And it is for everyone, isn't it?
I would say that it's for everyone, yeah, definitely. You can do what you want when you want to, really, and that's how I kind of word it. I know where you're coming from, because when I first took my husband on, I think he was very nervous. He'd never done a cruise. He thought that was beyond him, and he likes his football, and you know, he's proper man. But he really loved it. He liked the insight speakers. He loves the shows. He was talking to everyone. He even loved the afternoon tea. But if you don't like afternoon tea, there was some settings he didn't like it, like in the Queen's room. He did it in the pub. So there's different versions of what you might want in different styles.
Afternoon tea in the pub. What? Talk me through that.
So you could do mini sliders, so the burgers, and you can have a flight board of beers. So it's very different. Little chips and little fish and chips instead.
Oh, okay.
So very cute. And there's ones in the terrace restaurants, like the buffet, or you can have it in your room. So there's different experiences. So depending how you like it, I like Betty's tea rooms and Savoy experience.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I would like it.
Yeah.
But some people might think that's beyond them. Like like
Yeah.
you said, so why not have a pub experience? It's the best of both, really.
What I would say is we're on a half world cruise here. You've got to try everything once and
Yeah.
twice if you like it. Well, actually, you've got 57 nights, so you can do it much more than twice if you love it, which is wonderful. You start with an overnight in Sydney as well, which is brilliant because, of course, Queen Mary 2 is just going to look absolutely fantastic there. Then we move on to Brisbane on the east coast in Queensland. You can go along the South Bank here as well. Go and see lovely koalas and kangaroos together. You've got to while you're in Australia, haven't you? A couple of days at sea, and we are into Yorkeys Knob, which is the port for Cairns here in the tropical far north of Queensland. You can go snorkeling here to the Great Barrier Reef. You can go riding the Sky Rail through the Rainforest Cableway. Oh, so many choices. We're in Australia. Who needs choices? Just everything's wonderful. Darwin next after a few days at sea. This is the very top of Australia on the Timor Sea here. Lovely excursions to waterfalls, crocodile spotting cruises on Adelaide River. You've got the world at your fingertips. Right, we head off from Oz now to Indonesia after a couple of days at sea. Bitung in Southeast Asia. Northern tip of Sulawesi here. Lovely nature reserves here. And lovely diving sites to enjoy as well. 3 days at sea to Hong Kong, and we're here for an overnight, which is wonderful. Lots of overnights in this itinerary. This is the southern coast, of course. You can ride the Peak Tram for the panoramic views here, take a harbour cruise during the Symphony of Lights. And the great thing is you don't leave until 8 p.m. on the second day, which is a really lovely long day. Day at sea to Chiang Mai in Vietnam. This is the port for Hue on the central coast here. Explore the Imperial Citadel. You can go to the lantern-lit streets of Hoi An as well. Again, lovely excursion opportunities on board. 2 days at sea, now we're in Singapore. We get an overnight here in Singapore, so you can go to Gardens by the Bay and you can see it at night as well because it's such a different city from night to day, and you've got plenty of time to enjoy that. Maybe a little heritage walk through Chinatown or a little India while you're there, or a nocturnal safari at the zoo. Kuala Lumpur we're off to next. What an amazing place in Malaysia. Few people know about it. It's a big business area, but it's also an amazing tourist area as well. The Batu Caves here, those Petronas Towers where you get amazing views across the city. Wonderful to go. 6 days at sea we're across to... You just say the word Mauritius. That's enough, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Just say the word
Yeah.
Mauritius. When you're trying to sleep tonight and the worries of the world are on your mind, just say the word Mauritius. It'll fix everything. What an incredible place to be. And then 3 days at sea to South Africa, to Durban. Ushaka Marine World there in that top picture looks pretty nice. There's some lovely botanical gardens you can visit there, which are just superb. Drink in as much as you can in this part of the world. A couple of days at sea and we head down to Cape Town. Now we're here for an overnight as well, so 2 days, go up Table Mountain, tour the lovely Cape Winelands here, and tour some wineries, maybe even do a little bit of a night safari experience. You could do that, not a problem here because you're here for the overnight. Day at sea, and then we head to Namibia. This is a wonderful part of the world as well to explore. Very few cruises get to go ever to this part of the world, but go and spot those wonderful flamingos in the lagoon there, or take a 4x4 desert adventure, which would be very, very nice to do indeed. We've got a few days at sea and we're up to Dakar in Senegal. Now this is wonderful. You can go to the Marché Sandaga here and see the wonderful markets, the traditional clothing, the colourful fabrics, the lovely spices. Marvellous. Now we're in familiar territory. We're in the Canary Islands. Head up to Mount Teide in Tenerife by cable car, or explore the wonderful colonial charms down in La Laguna, which is very, very nice indeed. Or just pick a beach or stay on board. It's up to you. Day at sea, then we're in Cadiz, which is the port for Seville in Spain. I'd recommend going into Seville. It's just such a beautiful city. Just sit in a cafe, have a glass or a coffee and just watch the world go by. It's just beautiful. A couple of days at sea and suddenly it's 57 nights later and we're back home in Blighty. In Southampton. So, I mean, just look at the roll call of places that you are going to. Of course, if you fancy the full world cruise, which starts in Southampton on the 11th of January, I do believe.
Yeah.
Then talk to the team and you can go and seek out the whole world cruise, of course, on our website and you'll see the other half of it. But this is just incredible. Making your way slowly but surely through some of the most delicious places on earth, and the sheer joy, the sheer achievement, I think, in the kind of badges of life that we collect, which are invisible. We know we've got them. I think a half-world cruise is amazing. So this includes, remember, your flight out to Sydney in Australia, 3 nights there in a hotel, and then just over 8 weeks of Cunard voyaging on Queen Mary 2. We just drink that in for a second. Okay, you've probably got big numbers in your mind, like huge numbers for what the price might be. And again, I am utterly staggered by the offering. And I mean the offering, because this isn't an other regular cruise. This is a Cunard half-world voyage. Fabulous dining, afternoon tea, which we've now learned takes many different forms. 24-hour room service, live entertainment, including theatre shows, live music, themed evenings. You've got the wonderful pools and whirlpools. You've got the gym and the sports facilities. You've got the insights, enrichments and destination presentations all the way through. You've got those lovely chunks of sea days to enjoy as well, which you're going to love. And of course, the amazing service on board. Your trip from Oz to the UK includes your overnights in Sydney, Hong Kong, Singapore and Cape Town in South Africa as you cruise royally back to the UK. Here's everything that's included. Honestly, I am blown away. Whenever you talk about a world voyage experience, your mind does somersault, doesn't it, in terms of, well, don't tell me the price.
Yeah, that's it. And the other thing is, I think people think a lot of sea days, whereas we've just seen from that there's not many.
No, there isn't.
And you'll appreciate them because they're strategically planned in after the big places that you've been, like Sydney. So you'll be like, oh, I need a sea day now.
Yeah.
But I do like it, and it's an interesting one because there's some ports that we've not been to before, like Dakar in Senegal.
Yeah.
So you're actually getting a different side of what many other cruise lines haven't done.
Yes.
But also a new port for us, which is always quite special. So yeah, it's quite an interesting one, but it is such a good price.
And it is good to mix up world cruise offerings as well, because they can follow a familiar trail. And a world cruise, we always used to say, when I started talking about cruising on telly 15 years ago, a world cruise would be like, okay, well, we'll tell you about it, but it's probably not something you're going to consider.
Yeah, that's
And if you were to consider it, it would be maybe once ever. But actually, I think people are finding now that, oh, actually, when you do the maths, especially with the price of everything right now, when you do the maths and you think, well, I could do lots of bookings on my computer. I could work my way around the world, but would I want to?
Yeah, exactly. And it's all included, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, that's the beauty.
And of course, full board really does mean full board.
It does.
On board with Cunard, because it is kind of every element of service is elevated in some way.
It is, yeah. So you can have pub food or you can have Michelin-starred food. You've got a really broad range of choices. I always like that with the world cruises, what we've started to do now is do surveys of who's going. And we are finding younger people who are actually working on board. So we've got the new kind of like satellite.
Oh, the Wi-Fi,
the Wi-Fi,
yeah.
So it's brilliant. And it's very fast working. And people are working on board with that. They're doing the gym, then they're going to fancy restaurants on a night, and it's just a really good balance, but also seeing the destinations.
Do you know what? I hadn't thought about that. I'm working from home, but here I am in South Africa or anywhere around the world.
Yeah, I mean, I worked on board, obviously I was working anyway, but it was that new Starlink technology. I got the best signal and then I could walk out and go to the pool. So it was quite nice, really.
It's a hard life, isn't it?
It's a hard life, yeah.
Savannah, thank you so much. Again, we've run out of time. I can't believe an hour's gone so quickly.
It's gone really quick, yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Will you come back again soon?
Yes, I will do.
Thanks
for having me. Yeah.
Oh my word, some real food for thought there. Of course, you can watch the show again on our YouTube channel. It'll pop up on the TV as well, but not all of those deals will be there. So make sure that you jump in as quickly as you possibly can. Some excellent opportunities there, and there are many more. My thanks to Savannah, my thanks to you for your company as well. We'll do more of this where we spend longer taking a deeper dive into one cruise line. See you back here very soon. Take care.